Why, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a Revolting review. I'm Random Ross, and today review it. Welcome to Derry. So, yeah, this is a supernatural horror series that is based on Stephen King's novella It. It serves as a prequel to the 2017 and its 2019 sequel, It, from Andy Muschietti. And it was developed by him, and it stars Taylor Page, Jovan Adpo, James Remmer, Stephen Ryder, Martina Laura, and it stars a lot of actors with Bill Skarsgård. So this is an 8-part series. So in 1962, a couple with their son moved to Derry, Maine, just as a young boy disappears. With their arrival, very bad things begin to happen in the town because it's year where he resurfaces every 27 years to feed and scare people and take on the shapes of people's greatest fears, where he terrorizes the children, manipulates adults into not noticing him, and of course we see flashbacks that take place within 1908, in 1935, where we go back further to his feeding times in earlier in the century. And of course we see how it took on the guise of Pennywise the Dancing Clown, and Bill Skarsgård comes into it as Pennywise in its Pennywise form. And we see a group of kids who are like this rendition of the Losers Club, who go on to who's through the next feeding frenzy it does, their generation, their next generation will play the part in it, as at the end of that series, it's set just before it resurfaces again in the 80s, before going back to the 1989 to the 2017 film, and we get a little cameo at the end from Sophia Lillis as Beverly, who we all know goes on to be part of the Losers Club in the 2017 It. So I believe that this has been renewed for at least 2 more seasons, where they will take place in 1908 and 1935. So I believe that's the plan that they've got there. So when we'll get those seasons, I'm not sure. Maybe next year, maybe in 2027. I don't know. But all I know is that they're definitely happening, and they're going to take place in those time periods. Season 2 might be the 1908 one or 1935. I don't know how they'll play, but they're going to play it out of chronological order by the look of things. So what did I like about this? Well, I like the characters we got. I liked our character of I liked our characters of Marge and the other kid characters in this, who we follow through this series as they try to unravel the mystery of what's going on. We even see the character of Dick Harlan, played by Chris Chark, who plays a young Dick Halloran. And of course we all know who he is from The Shining, who also possesses that gift that Danny Torrance has. And we actually see him in the series as he starts to develop this ability that Danny does call The Shining. Even at the end, he goes at a job at a hotel, and we all know what that hotel is. I also like the other Easter eggs, like the bus that's going to Shawshank Prison, and we even get like the mist in there at one bit. I just like that. All the Easter eggs that interconnect all of Stephen King's other works. I like it when they do that, because in Stephen King's literature, they are all within the same universe. So yes, I like that they got Bill Skarsgård to come back to play Pennywise, and it in Pennywise's form. And now we see the backstory of him playing the guy who was originally Pennywise, who it models itself after in the films that we all know. Um, but yeah, Bill Skarsgård was worth the wait to see him in it, because he's not in the first few episodes, because it doesn't take the shape of Pennywise just yet. But when he does, it's gruesome, it's gory, the way he feeds on people and makes them scared. Because that's how that's what he calls salting the meat. And Skarsgård just steals the show as Pennywise with his wicked evil ways, his sinister grin, his evil cackles, his glowing eyes, and that thing that he can actually do with his eyes that we've seen in the films. And yeah, just wicked, evil, and naughty and bad. So yeah, Bill Skarsgård, definitely worth waiting for in that. We also see other characters in there, like General Shaw, played by who I know him as Dexter's dad in the show Dexter, Harry Morgan. And yeah, we see some sad moments in there. There are moments in there that are very distressing. But yeah, this also has a good soundtrack. With it being set in the 60s, we get a 60s rock soundtrack in there, some well-known 60s songs that I know because I've grown up listening to all that stuff. And even the opening song as the title credits roll in each episode. That song's very unnerving but very sweet, but perfect for a horror series. This is probably the best horror show I've seen all year, and a great way to go out with 2025. And yeah, it was just a great series. I binged the whole thing. I waited for it, because they were playing the episodes weekly. So I waited for the whole series to finish so I can have a great big binge on all 8 episodes. I'm so glad I did, because I don't know if I would have been able to wait a week for each episode to unfold. But yes, I really love this one. It was a fun, darkening, unsettling, unnerving series. In fact, I'd go on to say that in this one they did things that the movies wouldn't tread, especially with the gore and the horror and, the forms that it takes as well. And, the big finale. Of course, we all know they don't kill Pennywise because he comes back in the 2017 films, awake again from his 28 to 27 year slumber. So, is there anything I didn't like? Do you know what? I don't think there is. It had some drama in there. It had a hell of a lot of Easter eggs that I loved watching in that connected Stephen King's other stories, like bits in there. Like, even the character of Dick Harlan. I really enjoyed his character and how it kind of served as a bit of a backstory for him from The Shining. I wonder if they ever spin that off and do a Shining. I don't know. I'm getting ahead of there. But this had a great cast, great storytelling, great visual effects, and just all in all, a great series. 8 episodes, all 45 to an hour, 50 minutes to an hour long. So, of course, I didn't watch it all in one day, but I did watch it over the course of 4 days. So, yeah, what am I going to rate this one? It's Welcome to Derry. You know what? I'm going to go all out and give it 5 stabs out of 5. 5 stabs out of 5 for It's Welcome to Derry. I look forward to seeing what the other seasons will bring. Whether they'll strike lightning twice, I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. But for now, I did enjoy this series. So there you go. There is my review on that one. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share with your friends and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and to hit that notification bell. I've been Random Ross and this has been a Revolting review on It. Welcome to Derry. So, until next time, don't have nightmares.